So here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen from India. Good morning to everybody around the world. And thank you so much. I'm so happy to see you, Samath. Welcome to you, please. Now we begin with our all-important SDG 16 conference, episode 16 of RiseUp4SDGs 2020. Wonderful namaste filled with love and affection to people all around the globe. Meet the honorable panelists here. And then we have our jury members, because we started with research and paper presentation was one option for students of grade 9 to 12. So the honorable jury members are Ms. Nirmala and Ms. Alice. Welcome, dear. And then here are our partners. We have UNODC, United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime, SDG Chapal and Macmillan Education have also joined in. Welcome, dear partners. And the media partners are Smart, Sustain and Next Schools, initiated by Paramjit Kaur, this project, and facilitated by Rita Singh and Bushra Anis Naqvi. And let me share about our RiseUp4SDGs International Collaborative Project. 1,043 educators from 58 countries are collaborating. 8,733 students globally are contributing their posters, raps, artwork, articles, write-ups, videos, Minecraft projects. 16 edition of newsletters published with students' work. 122 panelists from 39 countries participated in 16 conferences held so far. And ladies and gentlemen, we are growing. Duration is 8 months, January to August. SDGs Global Day celebration in September 2021. Conference, 60 minutes till date. This time, some more time, another 10-15 minutes we have taken up for all the important things which we are happening today. Virtual meeting, second and fourth Friday, and the agenda is always SDG goals. And the last goal, and the most important goal, goal number 17, partnerships for goal, we are going to deliberate on Friday, 10 September 2021. And a very special guest, Mr. Gilberto Antonio Durante Santos, UNODC Headquarter Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice Officer, Vienna, Austria. Welcome, sir. And then we have our very own special guest, Mr. Samath Pathak, Communications Officer, South Asia at UNODC, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. Welcome, Mr. Samath.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. And now I welcome the moderator of the day, Ms. Monica Jaitley, PTE Bakam Singh Public School, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. BSc Home Science, BA, 25 years of teaching experience, Ontario certified teacher. Teaching is a passion and making our students independent, happy, passionate, and successful is a goal. Welcome, dear Monica.
Thank you, ma'am.
And now we have this lovely girl, the keynote speaker, Ms. Kaya Saramukhi, ENO Schoolnet Association, Finland, BSc Forest Product Marketing, MSc Environmental Forestry, Chairman of the Board of ENO Schoolnet Association, Professional Teacher Network Coordinator and Facilitator at ENO, PhD candidate in Applied Education. Welcome, Kaya.
Thank you very much.
And now we have a professor, Mr. Yoshiro Miyata, Tokyo University, Tokyo, Japan. Professor, Department of Media Engineering in the School of Engineering. Background in biophysics, bioengineering, engineering, psychology, and cognitive science. Tested in the relations between physical, mental, and social worlds. Coordinated the World Museum project for creating collaborative artwork. Conducted workshops in local communities for cross-cultural collaboration and making with local resources. Welcome, sir. And then we have Ms. Laureen Leo, World Peace Song Project USA. She's the coordinator there. Retired classroom and technology integration teacher. School reading at Octon Mifflin Company for 6 long years. From 2001, her students followed sailor skipper Rich Wilson in 4 transoceanic voyages. Teacher expert for 2 of the voyages. Working with Professor Yoshiro Miyata of Tokyo University, Japan, and the international project partner. Member National Scholastic Teachers Advisory Board for Scholastic.com. Learning Times Global Collaboration Award in 2003 and Illinois Online Innovations Conference Award in 2004. Welcome, Laureen. And now we have Ms. Harpreet from Kamala Nehru Public School, Masters in English, Masters in Personal Management from Xavier Institute, Ranchi, MIE, ACEMOS, and MC certified. 24 long years of experience in the field of education, headmistress at Kamala Nehru Public School since 2014. Welcome, dear Harpreet. Harpreet is going to run us through the newsletter with the students' contribution. Ms. Laura Stanchu, Superior School of Commerce, Nicole Prezzolescu, Romania. Wonderful panelist. Welcome, Laura. English teacher, 17 years of experience, bachelor's degree, foreign languages, master's in translation of contemporary literary text, translator and author of books and school textbooks, speaker, coordinator, and participant in national and international projects and conferences. Participant, e-training and Erasmus programs, coordinator, MyFest Theatre Festival. Welcome, dear Laura.
Thank you.
And then we have Ms. Parvinder Kaur, Indirapuram Public School, Indirapuram, Delhi. And Parvinder is going to walk us through the virtual art gallery. IT educator, Indirapuram Public School, contribution in writing the books for primary classes. Microsoft certified educator, ATL team member, Indirapuram Public School, resource person for coding workshops, active member of NGO Khalsa Help. Welcome, dear Parvinder. And then we have this lovely educator leading from the front, Ms. Krupali Sangvi, Udgam School for Children, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India. TGT Computer Science, 15 long years experience. CBSE National ICT Awardee, MIE Master Trainer and Fellow, conducted trainings for more than 10,000 educators across India. IDA National Awardee 2017 MIELA, winner 2018 Tech Guru Innovative Educator Award 2020. Welcome, dear Krupali. And then
Thank
for
you.
and paper presentation, honorable jury member is Ms. Nirmala Devi Kandaswamy, SK St. Patrick Sabha, Malaysia, 21 years of teaching experience, head of English language panel of SK St. Patrick Sabha, Malaysia, MI expert 2020 and 2021, MI trainer, Flipgrid level 1 educator, Wakelet community member. Welcome, dear Nirmala. And the other honorable jury member, TUSAM as we call it, for research and paper presentation, we have Dr. Alice Durgaryan, ESL, EFL, ESP trainer, PhD at Armenian State Pedagogical University, Armenia. MS in Psychology and Foreign Language, PhD Pedagogy, educator, Razdan Basic School N11 and ESL trainer, SKYNG, author of scientific articles in the field of teaching English as a second foreign language, completed TSOL, TKT modules, CETFL program at American University of Armenia. Welcome, dear Alice. And now I take this privilege to invite Mr. Gilberto Antonio Durante Santos, UNODC Headquarter Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice Officer, Vienna, Austria, to please take over. The stage is all yours, sir. Looking forward to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Dillon. And not only would I like to start by thanking you in the RiseUp4SDGs project and team and everyone who is here with us today, but also my dear colleague Samad, who is from our South Asia office based in Delhi. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, and I would not like to take too much of your time, so I will just draw a little bit on the relationship between SDG 17 and 16, maybe also trying to link a little bit of today's discussions with the very last one, which will take place on the 10th of September. But first, let me just talk very briefly about what UNODC is. We are the office within the United Nations who helps all of the member states address issues related to drugs and crime. And crime, especially in its different forms of or how it affects people's lives in different places, is very much linked to Sustainable Development Goal 16. Within Goal 16, we have commitments to address many different types of issues within the justice system, people's safety, as well as other parts of our countries that can help us be safe from these different forms of crime, injustice, or threats to promoting the rule of law. So SDG 16 has a very special place within the whole context of the SDGs. One, because it not only can help achieve many other SDGs, but also SDG 16 is dependent on some of the other SDGs to actually be advanced. So this is one of the very interesting features of the 2030 agenda, especially this mutually supporting relationship between the various SDGs. And I will also touch on this a little bit later. Of course, Ms. Dillon actually mentioned SDG 17 as the most important, and you will understand why when we talk a little bit about why SDG 16 is so dependent on partnerships to be advanced. But first, let me tell you a little bit about SDG 16 itself and how important it is for everyone to be engaged. When you look at all of the different targets within SDG 16, you will see that it's very, very broad. It's one of the goals with the largest number of targets. So we have 12 different targets in SDG 16. 10 of them have numbers, so 16.1 through 16.10. And 2 of them have letters, so 16.A and 16.B. The targets with the numbers actually relate to many different challenges we face in society. The very first target, actually, which is about violence and preventing violent deaths, manifests itself in so many different ways throughout the countries. And by looking at the target alone, we can see that every single country faces or has different forms of these targets. For example, I am from Latin America. In Latin America, gang violence and violence coming from organized crime is very big. If you move, for example, to Iraq or even Afghanistan, which is very much in the news today, you will see that most violent deaths actually in those places occur as a result of armed conflict. So every single country has different challenges. In the United States, for example, gun violence is one of the biggest forms of violent deaths in terms of proportion. So throughout SDG 16, we can see that no country is better off than the other. Every country has different challenges. And these challenges range from issues related to security, as with the very first targets of SDG 16, to also issues that can help countries govern better and make sure that people are safe. So if you look, for example, at target 16.5, that is to reduce corruption and bribery in all its forms. And that is essential to make sure that governments are able to provide good services for its citizens. Another target, just to pick, talks about the importance of participation. And here is where we start looking at SDG 16 as providing support to other goals and targets as well. Participation is essential for everyone to feel like they belong in policy making and making governments work. Participation takes place not only by voting, but also by making sure that you're actively looking at what your governments are doing from the very local city or even within cities, a specific district government, all the way to your national governments. And we also have, just so that you can see an example of how important SDG 16 is, one target that specifically talks about legal identity. What is legal identity? It's anything from, for example, having a birth certificate, because that is what actually ensures that you exist in your countries. Because without that legal identity, you don't exist. You may not be able to access public services. So SDG 16 is broad. It talks about people's safety. It talks about the conditions that allow governments to deliver services to everyone across the board, be that services to provide water and sanitation, all the way to ensuring people's safety and security. And one of the biggest challenges we have when it comes to SDG 16 is that on the one hand, it cannot be achieved by looking at the governments alone. It is very much dependent on partnerships. And two, we don't always see how we can help SDG 16 be achieved or work on the different targets. And, we don't necessarily see what difference we as adults or young people can make to achieve SDG 16. And that is why projects such as this one are so important, because it's by putting our heads together that we can actually see how each of us can make a contribution. And by promoting partnerships, which is SDG 17, coming up with ways and contributions to achieve SDG 16. And I'll give you just two recent examples that we have from a pilot project of ours, which took place last year. We had a team from Kyrgyzstan of teenagers who decided to put together a platform to help link people in need of legal aid services, so people who need lawyers, either because they have been accused of crimes or because they just need general legal support. So it's linking them with lawyers. So they built a platform in Kyrgyzstan, which was the first platform of this type, and it was all done by teenagers, secondary students in Kyrgyzstan. And another project which we thought was very interesting was actually developed in Armenia, when also a group of teenagers decided to invest in an artificial intelligence platform that analyzes websites and scans them for hate speech or any indication that there might be hate speech in that website. So they actually trained the artificial intelligence platform to recognize hate speech based on the various forms of context. And we know hate speech is conducive to, for example, violent extremism and terrorism, but not only that, it's just very conducive to violence in general. So that's how SDG 16 can be achieved, by putting heads together, making sure that it's not just the governments, but that we can contribute to governments, to our local community organizations, our schools, as well as our peers, to make sure it's implemented. And this is what I would like to leave you with today. And again, Ms. Dillon, on behalf of UNODC, thank you very much. I will now hand it over to my colleague, Samarth. And again, Samarth, thank you very much for inviting me today.
Ms. Dillon, I think you're on mute.
Ma'am, we are not able to hear you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gilberto. And now I request Mr. Samarth Pathak, to Communication Officer, South Asia at UNODC, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. Please, the floor is yours. Over to you, Mr. Samarth.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So hello and a very warm welcome to all of you. Truly delighted to join all of you today. And thank you so much, Gilberto, for taking out your time for this. It was a very insightful reflection on SDG 16. I also thank Ms. Dillon and the RiseUp4SDGs Forum for this opportunity. and for the focus on what is perhaps the cornerstone of the SDG framework, SDG 16, on peace, justice, and strong institutions. These are extremely important aspects for an inclusive and sustainable society. Simply put, this goal emphasizes that people everywhere need to be free of fear from all forms of violence and feel safe in their lives. If you look at it, SDG 16 has a direct impact on all the SDGs. Take education, for example. You cannot have children studying or teachers teaching in turmoil or unrest. Take gender equality. You cannot have people from across genders progressing in their lives if they face discrimination or violence of any kind. Take climate action. We need strong institutions that deliver good governance without corruption to strengthen climate justice and address environmental threats. So the interlinkages of SDG 16 with the other goals is clear. And this brings us to COVID-19, which has not only been an unprecedented global crisis in terms of health or human life, but also in terms of security and stability of nations. That is why, as we build back from the pandemic in this decade of action for the global goals, the world needs you as educators to take charge, enable young people to speak up, and drive social change. At UNODC, we believe this cannot be achieved without education, an education that fosters critical thinking among young people on crime prevention and the sustainable development goals. And this lies at the heart of what we have been working on through UNODC's Global Education for Justice initiative, through specially designed educational resources and a range of immersive classroom programs, which Gilberto had conceptualized. He was one of the founding members of this project. So our focus has been on three things under the Education for Justice initiative. One, to build a cadre of compassionate and responsible young citizens committed to solve social challenges. Second, to make young people equal stakeholders in building a crime-free, just, and inclusive future. And third, to promote a culture of lawfulness and ethics through education. An example of this has been the Lockdown Learner series in India, which we launched last year in response to the pandemic. The idea has been to promote and provide a positive framework of action, of interactive activity-based learning, and a platform of mentorship to young students. We are focused on themes such as cybercrime, misinformation, mental health, gender-based violence, discrimination, and corruption, among others. The special part about this series has been that in our introduction, we have tried to simplify the language around SDGs, enabled educators to effectively engage students on these sensitive issues, give them a local and even hyper-local context, built open and safe spaces for students to express their thoughts freely, created digital information repositories, bridged gender and socio-economic divides, built educator and youth networks of action, and provided extremely good platforms to showcase good practices. The successes have been many. Educators are reporting behavior changes among students who are participating. For instance, we have a growing number of students in India who are engaging in behavior change dialogue with their peers, parents, and siblings. Many others are designing social initiatives around misinformation, bullying, and gender equality. One group in Jharkhand started a notebook exchange initiative in their community, where all the virtual discussions that they had with the educators were copied on a notebook, and that copy was then shared with students who did not have access to the internet. Some have built COVID-19 information collectives, SDGs or peace networks. Many others are using their skills to produce spectacular artwork, music, rap, games, blogs, and websites in support of SDG 16. And many of these have been showcased extensively on UNODC's website and social media platforms, besides other global and Indian forums as well. So as champions of peace and justice, these young stars with support of their educators, are actively reimagining the future that they want in support of SDG 16. And the role of educators in this journey has been tremendous. So as I conclude, I want to leave you with a story that a veteran, very respected Indian educator recently shared with me. I loved it and I thought you would too. A fisherman was once caught in a very bad storm in the ocean. There were huge waves coming in from everywhere, crashing into his boat. The wind was very strong and he could not see anything. He lost his way, and sometime later, he did not even know where the coast was. He was completely lost in the ocean. Soon, the night came and it became very dark. He was very scared and he thought that he would not live. But he did not lose hope. He kept looking and trying to row his boat through the waves. And in some time, he saw a flicker of light at a great distance. It was the only light in the darkness. So he changed the direction of his boat and he started moving towards that light. And after hours of rowing, he was at the coast and survived, but lost his consciousness. When he recovered, he realized that the light was coming from a broken down old lighthouse run by an elderly woman. So he thanked her and said that, "I'm so grateful to you. It is only because of you that I'm living." And the elderly woman replied, "Thank you. I'm so happy for you. I live very far away from this place, but every night during a storm, I come to this lighthouse to make it work, because I know that somebody out there needs to see this light to make it true." So as we emerge from the shadows of COVID-19, I request all of you as educators, inspiring educators, to be the shining lights from that lighthouse to guide the young people on social change. Get them inspired on one issue that resonates with them. Enable them to be peace builders. Get them talking and working on SDGs, SDG 16, on peace, on justice. And UNODC always stands with you in this direction. Please feel free to connect with us, engage with us. We are open to collaborate with your schools and universities. Let's work together to change SDGs from sustainable development goals to student-driven goals. Let's inspire this change together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Samath Pathak. You are fabulous. Thank you, Mr. Gilberto. We love the projects you shared where the youth is involved. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we were part of the Lockdown Learner series, and my children really enjoyed during the COVID time. They were usefully occupied and they were very, very creative. Coming to education for justice, Mr. Pathak, we are surely going to adopt it in a big way in this session as such. Thank you for being our lighthouse, and we promise we will be the lighthouse for our students and for the world around. We educators are here to stay, and we hold the ground when it comes to SDG. Thank you so much. RiseUp4SDG team is indebted, humbled, honored with the presence of two very important special guests in today's meeting. Thank you. So ladies and
Thank you very much.
Chair, this is our school, and we have put a peace pole in our school. The children have painted the pole, and then this 32 feet tall pole finds a place in our school. Peace pole is a tradition in many countries, and people stand around it with folded hands and pray for the well-being for all. And we have written on this peace pole, "May peace prevail on earth." I recall the last prayer we had was on 19th of March, 2020, the last day when the school was closed down for lockdown. Since then, our children have not come to the school, and we are working from our home as such. Thank you so much. We pray again that all goes well and everything is fine in the days to come and peace prevails. And now, I hand over the proceedings to Ms. Monica Jaitley, PT Buckham Singh Public School, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Over to you, Ms. Monica Jaitley.
Thank you, Mrs. Dillon. Good morning, hello, and good evening to all our jury members, special guests, and keynote speakers. I want to welcome all of you to We Rise Up for SDGs International Collaborative Project 16 focused on peace, justice, and strong institution. I'm very thrilled, and I really want to thank our special guest today. I just heard you first time, and I'm thrilled and impressed after listening from our special guest that what we Rise for SDGs goals are doing. And I'm really grateful to Mr. Samarth for sharing such an inspiring story. Thank you, sir, and we really appreciate that. Now I would like to welcome our keynote speaker, Ms. Kaija Saramäki, ENO School Net Association, Finland. Ms. Kaija, floor is yours.
Okay, hello and good afternoon or morning or whatever it is in your own country. Should I share my screen or you will be playing the presentation from there?
It's on already.
Okay, yes. So before I start, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me to present at this SDG 16 conference on promoting peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, inclusive institutions at all levels. It's a great honor to be here today. You can still go back to the first slide. Almost 1% of the population has been forcibly moved from their homes due to persecution, conflict, or generalized violence, and people are living in unsafe conditions with risk of violence and conflicts in fragile states. These are not bedtime stories, but serious issues affecting millions of people daily, and the COVID pandemic has unfortunately affected this in a negative way. Looking at the current state of affairs in the world, the daily news brings us horrific news about different peace and human rights issues, child abuse, infringements on freedom of the press, indigenous people's rights, internal conflicts, and so on. We should not close our eyes from these and look away. We should do what we can to advocate for peace and justice, like the Agenda 2030 promise, leave no one behind. Next one, please. Almost 440,000 people annually are victims of homicide, with young men at the most risk, and almost 70,000 civilian deaths in armed conflicts were recorded between 2018 and 2020. Next one, please. 1 in 3 trafficking victims are children, and the pandemic is intensifying the risk of children for trafficking and child labor. Violence against children at home and in schools and sexual abuse of young people are happening daily, and today we will hear examples of these from Ms. Stancio. Next one, please. How to make sure all people receive a just trial and not be detained without a sentence. Organized crime rates are high and are affecting people around the world. Cases of murders, abuse, and exploitation. Go to the next one, please. Yes, thank you. Organized crime rates are high and are affecting people around the world. Cases of murders, abuse, and exploitation related to organized crimes, as we heard earlier, are in the news every day. Next one, please. Bribery is at least 5 times more likely in low-income countries than in high-income countries. Bribery and other forms of corruption affect, for example, access to and quality of healthcare, education, water, and other infrastructures. Next one. Are the government expenditures based on actual budgets, or are the government spending more than the approved budgets? If not, what is the reason for that? Next one, please. Different groups, for example, by sex, age, disabilities, and population groups, should be evenly represented in public positions. Next one, please. Participation of developing countries in international organizations with full membership and voting rights is essential for peace and justice and for their interest to be heard. Can you imagine that you would not exist on paper? This is the case for 1 in 4 births of under 5-year-olds. Their births are not registered. In other words, they are invisible in the public administration's eyes. Can you imagine a world without access to information? The figures from 2020 are high, over 330 killings and 19 disappearances of human rights defenders and 62 journalists killed. The number of national human rights institutions are established in 82 countries. These organizations examine and monitor, for example, health, and they combat misleading and inaccurate information. 82 countries is not enough. Discrimination and harassment based on discrimination that is prohibited under international human rights laws, for example, discrimination based on race or religion. Next one. At ENO, every year we plant trees for peace on 21st September, the United Nations International Day of Peace. We do not discriminate, we do not turn anyone away. Anyone, regardless of their race, color, ethnicity, gender, or other, can always join ENO activities for sustainable development. Make it happen and take action in your schools, communities, and organizations. And as the last thing, I would like to end this presentation with the words of John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Imagine there's no countries, it isn't hard to do, nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine no possessions, I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Thank you for your attention.
That is great. It is very inspiring. The last poem you shared, Ms. Kaya Sarmaki. I really want to thank you for your contribution and hard work to make the SDGs Goals 16 successful and opening our eyes by letting us know what our innocent children are facing in day-to-day life. We really appreciate your hard work. Thank you so much. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Yoshiro Miyata and Ms. Lorraine Leo to share their SDGs 16 story. Floor is yours, sir and ma'am. Go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Yoshiro Miyata from Tokyo University in Japan. And we are very happy to present to you the World Peace Song Project, which would not have been possible without the hard works of some students from Tokyo University. And Maho Yuzuka, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Maho.
And I'm Yuzuka.
And Lorraine.
Professor Miyata. I saw the women of the world in concert and loved their mission of spreading peace through music. I connected them with Professor Miyata. We discussed the idea of collaborating with them to write a peace song for World Museum. This is how the peace song was created. The World Peace Song Project is a collaborative piece of music created by children all over the world. By singing about peace in their own languages and hearing words of other children, we hope to spread the message of unity through song. There are 83 schools, 41 countries, and approximately 32 languages in this project. Students brainstorm ideas about what peace means to them before they write lyrics for their song. Here is the work of students in New Zealand, Poland, and Argentina. Professor Miyata programmed maps so that students from across the globe can sing their peace songs together. These are children in Kenya. That's the video map. And this is the line A through D map, where each of the students is able to program are able to set up their screens so that they can listen to multiple students singing their peace songs together. And finally, the last map is the corpse map, and everyone in the project sings, "We are brothers and sisters, we are one family." And they sing it in English so that you will hear now some samples of students singing, "We are brothers and sisters, we are one family."
We are brothers and sisters. We are one family. We are brothers and sisters. We are one family. We are one family. We are brothers and sisters. We are one family. We are brothers and sisters. We are one family. We are brothers and sisters. We are one family.
Brother Peter Tabichi wrote, "May this world peace song promote peace in every corner of the world." Next slide, please. On this slide, students in Nepal and the Dominican Republic were discussing school activities during COVID. They had a chance to be able to discuss some of these issues that they had in common, though they were miles and miles apart. Next slide, please. This photo shows the impact that students in Aleppo, in Syria, have singing the peace song and watching snowfall in the village of the partner school in the Alps. The teacher wrote, "At this moment, this project became even more of a real peace project for me." Next slide, please.
All members of this project runs through cross-cultural exchange and understanding. For example, the picture on the right shows Syrian children in a district school communicating with children in a peaceful school in Switzerland. Next slide, please. In the World Peace Song Project, we can connect online with children from all over the world and create interactive learning opportunities. In the future, we would like to expand our project to more people with various backgrounds and cultures.
So to make peace, it is important to create locally and share globally, like the World Peace Song. World peace and COVID-19 have common roots. Most wars have been conflicts over resources and labors. COVID-19 has spread because of dense populations in big cities, and big cities depend on global businesses fighting over resources and labors. Big cities in Japan are very convenient and efficient, but they consume too much resources and labors of other countries. Making things locally is important both for world peace and ending COVID. Next slide, please. In Japan, Our lives rely on products produced in other countries. We can get things we need just by paying money, but money doesn't show the values of the works that went into producing them. It's very difficult for us to appreciate the works of people in other countries that support our lives. It is very similar in our schools. The students become the consumers of knowledge produced by other people. Their learning is evaluated efficiently with their scores. But the scores do not show the values of producing the knowledge. This makes it difficult for the students to appreciate the values of learning by creating. Next slide, please. How can we create locally and learn creatively? Peaceful living is to create peaceful relationship with people, tools, and ecosystem around us. So our approach to peace is very simple: to create our living with people and resources in our local environment, which we call local domestic products, LDP, as opposed to GDP. We can try to create what we need locally, like cooking meals, growing vegetables, etc., and share with families and friends. We can grow a network of creators to exchange ideas. We can move from big cities to countryside with more local resources. If many people can do this, then cities will become less populated and less dependent on global resources. The viruses will not spread anymore, and we can end COVID-19 and at the same time achieve world peace. Next, Maho will show you some LDPs she and her friends have created. Next slide, please.
We have made many things at home and at school with what we happen to have. I will show you 3 of them. On the left is a photo frame made with wood sticks. We use cardboard wood sticks like used in ice creams. On the right is a fan made with cardboard, hard paper, and tapes. At the bottom are drawers made with cardboard and design paper. We all enjoyed making them. When we make one thing, we get motivated to make more. When we make something that makes someone happy, we want to make more things to make them happier.
So if you're interested in our project or have comments or questions, you're very welcome to email us, visit our Facebook page or YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
OMG, such a lovely song. We are one brothers and sisters. We are one family. I wish everyone can understand that and we live up to it. Thank you is a very small word I can feel now, Mr. Yoshiro and Miss Lauren Leo, for your hard work and dedication to the peace song. It was a great pleasure listening from children across the globe. We also want to thank Maho Suzuki and Yuzuka for their hard work and contribution to the peace song. Thanks a ton. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Harpreet Kaur from Kamala Nehru Public School, Phagwara, India, to share the newsletter. Ms. Harpreet,
To
the floor
share
is
the
yours.
newsletter edition 16, showcasing various activities of the students, the educators, and their family members, all promoting sustainable development goal number 16, peace, justice, and strong institution. Compliments to the vibrant team leaders of RiseUp4SDGs international project initiated by Ms. Paramjeet Kaur Dhillon and facilitated by Ms. Rita Singh and Ms. Bushra Anis Naqvi for providing a wonderful platform to promote SDGs in schools around the world. Sharing the 12 targets of SDG 16, promoting peaceful societies and equal access to justice for all. An inspiring message by Ms. Paramjeet Kaur Dhillon, Principal, Kamala Nehru Public School, highlighting her views on SDG 16. Let's walk together and observe the creativity so beautifully showcased by the students and the educators in each of the 9 sections of the newsletter. Coming up first is the Students' Voice section. An amazing number of 302 students recorded their Peace Ambassador Pledge supporting SDG 16. Section B is overflowing with brilliant outpour of newsletter cover designs from 62 students of Sri SAS International Public School India, Radiant International School India, DLF Public School India, BBPS Dwarka India, BBPS Rohini India, Funlish Language School India, Indrapuram Public School India, Delhi Public School Varanasi India, Bloomfield Hall School Lahore Pakistan, SKV Adarsh Nagar Delhi India, SK Batao Balai Malaysia, and Kamla Nehru Public School India. Moving on to the photo stunt section, more than 230 students sharing family pictures on SDG 16. Wonderful photographs by World Way International School India, St. Anantram Jaipuria School India, Indrapuram Public School India, Rotary Public School India, SK St. Patrick Malaysia. Marvelous outpour of pictures from Kamla Nehru Public School India, SK Batao Balai Malaysia, BD Memorial School India, CST Jose Prudential Padilla Public School Columbia, Funlish Language School. Picture perfect moments by students of DLF Public School, Delhi Public School India, Sri Salamia Tawal Sabha Malaysia, Bloomfield Hall School Lahore, Pakistan. Let's have a glance of the outstanding artwork and e-posters in section D of the newsletter. Excellent creative artwork by students of Kamla Nehru Public School India, Taipei Wanfo School Taiwan, Radiant International School India, VVDAV Public School India. Brilliant artistic strokes by students of BBPS Dwarka India, Escole Betia Maria Ana de Jesus Argentina, Fundish Language School India, St. Anantram Jaipuria School India. Phenomenal artwork by students of CST Jose Prudential Padilla Public School Columbia, Indrapuram Public School India, BT Memorial School India, Alcon International School India, Rotary Public School India, DLF Public School India, SK St. Patrick School Malaysia. Proudly displaying artwork are students from Bloomfield Hall School Lahore, Pakistan, Sarla Birla Gyan Jyoti Guwahati, India, Happy School India, SD Public School India, SKV Adarsh Nagar India, Yenopa School India, Sri Sheshas International Public School India, SK Batu Balai Malaysia, and Delhi Public School India. An absolute delight to watch the Minecraft designs in section E of the newsletter. In the creative writing section, real-time stories exhibited by students of St. Anantram Jaipuria School, Kamla Nehru Public School India, Fundish Language School India, Indrapuram Public School India, VVDAV Public School India, World Way International Public School India, Radiant International School India, Bloomfield Hall School Lahore, Pakistan, Scola Sapora Kamorla Nicolae, Romania, SK St. Patrick Sabha, Malaysia, and BD Memorial School, India. Section G of the newsletter flashes videos of students along with their family members singing and dancing to promote peace. Section H is the Educator's Voice section on importance to promote peace. In the next section, the students have created mind-blowing Adobe slides on preventing child abuse. We have here Radiant International School India, Rotary Public School India, BBPS School Dwarka India, Kamla Nehru Public School India, St. Anantram Jaipuria School India, CST Jose Prudential Padilla Public School Columbia, Taipei Wanfo School Taiwan, Funlish Language School India, DLF Public School India, BBPS School Rohini India, Sarla Birla Gyan Jyoti India, Escuela Madre de la Misericordia Argentina, and SK Batao Balai Malaysia. We wait with enthusiasm for entries from schools worldwide for our next feature of SDG 17, Partnerships for the Goals. Good day and namaste. to share the newsletter edition 6.
Thanks a ton, Ms. Harpreet, for sharing the hard work everyone is doing to make the project We Rise Up for SDGs Goal 16. We appreciate everyone's hard work around the world. It is amazing to see how we are working together, even during this COVID time, and contributing to peace, justice, and strong institutions. Thank you once again. Now I would love to invite Ms. Laura Stanciu-Socola from Romania to share School SDG 16 story. Welcome, Ms. Laura. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Greetings, everyone. I am delighted and honored to be part of this inspiring event and to present alongside so many distinguished speakers. I wish to share with you my ideas about teaching tolerance through theater. Sustainable Goal 16 deals with peace, justice, and strong institutions, and Target 16.2 is protect child from abuse, exploitation, trafficking, and violence. One of the forms of violence that children are exposed to is violence in schools and bullying. Schools should be peaceful learning environments where children should learn more than the subjects taught in textbooks. They should learn the lesson of tolerance and acceptance, of cooperation and sharing ideas, of kindness, empathy, and respect. In our school, we believe in these values, and we try to create an environment where students feel safe and encouraged to learn and explore and discover their own path to success. I would like to tell you about some of the activities and projects our school has initiated in order to create a safe and harmonious learning environment for all of our students. Our goal is to have students who are motivated to learn and improve their skills. But besides prizes, awards, and great academic results, we want students who are kind and help each other. We want our classrooms to be peaceful environments where there is no place for bullying or violence. Many of the activities we do in our school are meant to help students improve their creativity and become more confident. One of our projects was the Steps of Positive Messages. Each class was assigned a flight of stairs close to their classrooms and was allowed to use their imagination to paint messages of peace, tolerance, and positivity. Messages like offer someone a smile, follow your dreams, learn to be happy, be human, achieve the impossible, choose your words carefully, spread your wings, or color your world now help our students to start the day with joy, energy, and motivation. Another project, one that I coordinate and which is very dear to my heart, is called My Theater Festival. For 10 years, this event has allowed our students to make connections with students from other cities and countries, to exchange ideas and reveal their creative potential through drama. As educators, we are constantly searching for effective strategies to make our students' learning experiences pleasant, meaningful, and engaging. Integrating role play and theater in the teaching process raises students' social awareness and improves their self-confidence, imagination, memory, communication skills, empathy, and tolerance. They share their ideas and accept the ideas of others, and learn that each member of the group is important and should be supported and respected. There are many ways in which the students can take part in MyFest Theater Festival, and we encourage them to discover their own talent. They can be actors, playwrights, or dancers. They can design the costumes or decorate the stage. Every student has the chance to show his abilities. The festival allows students to choose the ways and the plays they want to perform, or to create their own plays. And many times they create amazing theater plays. And the dialogues which reflect their realities, their fears, their anxieties, and hope for the future, and give us a clue about what they feel. As educators, we should listen to their message and support them, recognize their problems and offer them solutions. Many students are shy and don't feel comfortable when talking about their problems. But by lending their voices to characters in a play, they can talk more easily about what they feel. In order to prepare for the festival, we do many role-play activities, monologues, mime, problem-solving exercises, and memory games. One role play activity that I like doing in my classrooms is called the living picture. Based on a picture that I show them, the students first have to identify the characters, human or elements of the environment, such as the grass, the trees, the clouds. Then I ask the students to assign each role to a classmate based on a positive quality. And I remember the words of one of the children when we first played this game. She said, "I think Anna should be the sun because she has a warm smile and her friendly nature makes me feel good when I come to school." Her words made me realize that, apart from transferring knowledge, the role of the teacher should be to create connections, to encourage students to be kind and tolerant. Classes are small communities, and a united community is a strong one, and it will achieve better results. In the end, I would like to leave you with a message of peace, equality, and encouragement for students all over the world, to fight for their dreams, to learn for success, and always be kind. This is the song that motivates each generation of students in our school, the Crețulescu School Song. The lyrics say, "Today I have learned what I want to become. We want to learn, to do our best. A beautiful dream isn't only a dream. In our school, it can be achieved. Let's study, let's hope, let's be better, let's win. Today I'm happy, the world is mine, and I'll make it a better place." Thank you. Thank you for your attention.
Wow, what an inspiring song. I would like to thank Laura for opening our eyes against violence children are facing in different ways in school and home. You also told us how we can make safe and learning environment, for example, by teaching them empathy, tolerance, and imagination through drama and theater. I totally agree with you. We would sure can end violence against children by working together globally and bringing world's attention, which is being ignored. I agree to your saying that we can save kids by listening to them and not rather shutting them down. We really appreciate your hard work, Laura, in this field of peace. And together we have to stand against bullying. Thanks a ton. You're amazing. You're doing amazing job. Now I would like to call Ms. Parvinder Kaur from Indrapuram Public School, Indrapuram, India, to share the virtual art gallery. Welcome, Ms. Parvinder.
Good evening, everyone. I feel immense pleasure and pride to have this great opportunity to present the art gallery on SDG 16 on this prestigious platform of Rise Up for SDGs. Let us begin with much awaited virtual tour of the artwork that has been done by the students across the globe. So let's begin. Here it is, the first school, Alcon Public School, India, with its fantastic submissions on peace and justice. Next in the line is Pal Bharti Public School, India. Wow, what a passion to work towards achieving SDGs. Next is BT Memorial School, India, with its lovely contributions. The wonderful artwork by Bloomfield School, Pakistan. Here it is. Superb artwork done by Jos Rodencio, Padilla Public School, Colombia, coming up with DLF Public School, India, showing their fantabulous work. Now it is GPS India with its marvelous artwork. Few more beautiful pieces of art by Escuela Madre de la Misericordia, Argentina. English Language School, India, presenting their marvelous work on SDG 16. Coming up with Happy School, India. Look at the constant efforts of the students of Indirapuram Public School, Indirapuram, Indirapuram Public School, Pratap Vihar, Indirapuram Public School, Crossings Republic, and Indirapuram Public School, Patna, in the form of colorful posters. Audience, let's applaud for Kamla Nehru Public School, Fagwara, India. It's really difficult to move your eyes away from such a lovely and magnificent work done by the students. Here is the Radiant International School, Patna, India, depicting lovely ideas through their excellent work. Next is Rotary Public School, India, students putting up their tremendous efforts to express their feelings. Another school, Școala Crețulescu, Romania. Now here is Sarla Bilagyan Jyoti School, India, presenting their thoughts through their creativity. Coming up with few more eye-catching posters created by Seth Anandram Jaipuria School, India. Remarkable posters created by SKV, India, Sri Sheshas International Public School, India, SK St. Patrick, Malaysia, SK Batubalai, Malaysia. And last but not the least, World Way International School, India, showing its wonderful contribution towards achieving the goal. At the end, I would like to appreciate these young SDG advocates for putting such tremendous efforts towards achieving the global goals. Thank you once again for giving me such an amazing opportunity.
Okay, I would love to thank Ms. Parminder. We are delighted to see the hard work of students around the world. It shows that we are really on the right track and working hand in hand to make our We Rise for SDGs goal 16 successful. Thank you, Ms. Parminder, for sharing that. Now, last but not the least panelist, I would love to welcome Ms. Krupali Sangvi from Ugdam School for Children, Ahmedabad, India, to share SDGs school's story. Ms. Krupali.
Namaskar. Thank you so much, Monica ma'am. And first of all, I'm grateful to Rise Up for SDGs, Rita ma'am and Paramjeet ma'am for giving me the opportunity to share the best practices we conducted at Udgam School for Children. The goal of our school is to provide holistic education and circulate the best standards of learning among children with excellence in academics and co-curricular activities. The focus is given to individuals' potential, and each student is believed to be unique. Inculcating values through various practices help to mold the children into responsible citizens of tomorrow. Utgam School believes in no child left behind policy, hence, each child is nurtured and guided in a way that he or she blossoms into a true potential. I, along with my 3 other friends across the country, work together for a goal. Our students who are 12 to 15 years old started hashtag East for Peace initiative, a mass movement to instill socio-cultural, moral values, academic excellence in students. As educators in diverse learning environment, it's our responsibility to underpin moral and ethical values in our students so that they become well-balanced and good individuals as they grow. Through hashtag East for Peace, student ambassadors took up the challenge to resolve global issues by promoting values and spreading empathy, a key factor that revolves around themes like education, social vulnerability, equity and human rights, environmental sustainability, and health and well-being. They took on different initiatives as a part of hashtag East for Peace. During the pandemic, the entire world faced multiple problems, and empathy from every individual was required to get through. We encourage students to reflect and act by taking humanitarian action towards empathy for living beings and environment. One of the campaigns which got recognized by Microsoft in Education Worldwide as the best innovative project under Educator Exchange Event 2021 is Tech for Good, hashtag East for Peace. Let me reflect on what we did under hashtag East for Peace. Surveys were conducted and case studies was taken care of while we were looking forward for a solution to the worldwide problem, and that was empathy and values which were lacking. Next slide. Various community services were undertaken after investigating the global issues of violence and protest over 110 countries in 2020. Lack of empathy towards human being, climate, and surrounding was considered as one of the reasons. Hashtag Is for Peace, Earn Values and Spread Empathy is an initiative in which students took action to promote empathy. This included planning, executing projects such as Love for Humanity campaign, podcasting, raising their voice for value building and skill building, and undergoing several campaigns focused on different topics such as end bullying and utilizing tech for good. Not only this, students leveraged many different tech tools throughout their project, such as collecting and analyzing data with forms in Excel, using Microsoft Publisher to create artworks, promoted empathy on social media, and used Flipgrid to empower one another's voices and create connection. This Minecraft world is created by Arham Talsania, class 3 child, who is the world's youngest programmer by Guinness Book of World Record. This child has created a Minecraft world that focused on fostering empathy towards human, animal, and environment. It's a story about 2 children who have to select right path or a wrong path. The one who selects wrong path is a short-term goal, and the one who selects the path of honesty goes for a lifelong learning. And his life becomes, in future, it becomes worth living. Let's look at the next factor of this project. Through this initiative, students were able to connect with peers in more than 15 countries. Through the various interactions and sharing their projects with one another, students came to realize that they are more alike than different from others, allowed them to further develop empathy and spark connections. Technology helps us to do this by giving students the tools to connect with others, empower one another's voices, and take such actions for empathy. I would like to say that our students, in the next slide, we can see that they used social media to interact with each other and spread the message of empathy and values. They proved to be empowered learners, creative communicators, change makers, and innovative designers using AI for good. Created an empathy bot. Not only this, I would like to thank students from Vishwa Bharati Public School, Sanskar Valley International School, and MES Bagayat Pune. Along with their mentors, we joined hand in hand along with Udgam School for Children students to make hashtag Is for Peace involve 21st century learning design skills. It integrated 25 technology tools and made the student ambassadors future ready. Let's learn and let's teach the constructive usage of social media, which is instilled to reach out more than 5,000 educators and students globally via such initiative on Twitter and Facebook. I think if we want to change the world, we need to start up from our own classrooms. And this is one of the examples proved by the students of all the 4 schools across the country. So I'm thankful to Paramjit ma'am for giving me the opportunity to present this amazing project of our students. If you want to reach us out, we have given you the Wakelet link, the Flickr link for your review. And not only this, the Facebook page for hashtag East for Peace, earn values and spread empathy. Namaskar from Tripali. Thank you so much.
I totally agree with you, Krupali. If we want to see the change in the world, we have to change ourselves first. Thanks, Krupali, for sharing your school's success story. We appreciate your hard work. Being a teacher, I myself is a strong believer of overall development of a child, rather than focusing only on academic growth. We appreciate your focused work, and you know, sky is the limit. Together we will keep moving towards the better tomorrow for our children. Thanks a ton for your hard work and your contribution.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now I would hand over the platform to Mrs. Dillon. Thanks everyone for your hard work, and we really appreciate for your contribution to our SDGs goal 16. Thank you. Mrs. Dillon, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Monica. You have been a fabulous moderator today. Such kind words and such appreciation. We are humbled and very, very thankful to you for joining this RiseUp4SDGs. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am.
And now I would like to talk about an initiative which we took for the first time, research and paper presentation for SDG 16, Peace, Justice and Strong Institution. There were 2 topics on which the children had to do research: building peaceful societies for global peace and sustainable world. It is a global and interconnected challenge. Research, facts and prediction was the first topic. And the second topic was building fairer and more equal society for prosperous, peaceful, safer and sustainable world. Again, research, facts and prediction. And for this, we have 2 wonderful jury members. And now I invite Ms. Nirmala Kandasamy and Dr. Elisa. Over to you, please.
Good evening. First of all, good evening, first of all, and thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you because such kind of project was very interesting and very wonderful one. With Ms. Nirmala from Malaysia, we were very eager and we were very hardworking because very hard task for us. Let's say hard task because we had to look through all the video is the best one and who are the winners. But let's say first of all, it doesn't matter who is the winner because all the participants that have had presentations and videos in the framework of this project, I can say that thank you all of you, and we are proud of you because you are our future. You are the future of next generation, and all the presentations and all brilliant ideas, let's say brilliant ideas, because each team, each school and each student has represented and has a very brilliant, not only presentation, but also video. While looking through all the videos and presentations, we can say that in future, among these students, we are going to have not only scientists, but also very brilliant politicians, very brilliant leaders. Yes, there was such kind of students who were speaking with emotions, with proud, with, I can't say, I even can't imitate and can't behave myself like them because, and all the ideas were really very good one because they started from the pollution, from the protection of the nature and tells the rights of men and women, tells the rights of different kinds of justice, power, everything that can be used. We can just once say, we are proud of you because you are our future, and we can say that our future is in safe hands, and you can also come back, all of you can just come back, and in this case we can just say that all of you are winners, because we can't say that only the says winners. You are winners because all your ideas, let's say you are just a nominate of Nobel Prize in future. And everything, I am sure, not me, but I think that all the participants, all your educators, they also will agree with me that you are going to be a brilliant scientist, leader, politician, everything. The ones who will keep in safe and peace our society and our planet and our world. Thank you, all of you. We are proud of you, and all the applause and all the hearts that we have, all for our participant and our future brilliant human and also people of our future society. Thank you, all of you. Please, now the platform is yours. Ms. Nirmala, she will announce who are, let's say, they are not only winners. All of you, you are winners, all of you, but with just some kinds of points. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Alice, for inviting me. Greetings to Paramjit ma'am and dear educators. Yes, like what Dr. Alice has said just now, all of you are rocking. The students have done a great job. Incredible presentations we have seen, mind-blowing. We had tough time judging all the research papers. However, upon discussion a few times with Dr. Alice, we managed to find the best top 3 students who are the best, who have written the best research paper. However, all of you are the best students who have done your best, like what Dr. Alice has mentioned just now. Well, let me announce the name of the top 3 students for the best research paper competition. The first top student is, there are 2 students in this category. The first one, number 1 is Abhigyan Das and Aditya Karmakar from Funlish Language School, India. The second place goes to Punya Garg, BBPS, Delhi, India. And last but not least, the third place goes to Rimish Ali Saif from Set Andram Jaipura School, India. Congratulations to the winners. And the videos, please. Shall we look at the videos?
Good evening, everyone. This research paper is made by me, Abhigyan Das, and my friend Aditya Karmakar from Funlish Language School. Dear audience, I have a question for you. What will you choose, an unequal society or a prosperous world?
In this research paper, we have mentioned the simplest methods which individuals might take to improve the world economy, promote world peace, and achieve a more sustainable earth.
The world is in constant turmoil. A war today, a plague tomorrow. It is not very far away from the brink of extinction. To prevent that, we must achieve a safer, fairer, and more equal world. Here are some steps to begin right at home. To improve economy, we must teach children about money, and to improve peace, we must treat the male and female child of the house equally.
So here are a few methods to achieve a more sustainable world. First is to save the resources, switch off electronics when not in use, and go a day without using electricity, etc. Next are eat less meat and obviously plant more trees.
By the way, did you know that Bangladesh has the largest growing economy in the whole world? Looking at the current situation, one thing is for sure. Earth is rolling towards the brighter side.
In the world is peace in the country, and peace in the country is peace at home. Greetings from Punya, Bal Bharati Public School, Dwarka. We are here to talk about SDG 16, building fairer and equal societies for prosperous, peaceful, safer, and sustainable world. This research paper takes the case study of Afghanistan under Taliban to highlight the violation of SDG 16. According to its statistics, women's rights and participation in Afghanistan are alarming. It can be predicted that the old repressive regime for women might be reinstalled and their rights might be further repressed. The second prediction is that the violence in the other states near Afghanistan might increase. The methods to curb this are: the world should call on the UNHRC to conduct a fact-finding mission into the alleged atrocities. The second, Taliban takeover should be declared illegitimate by UN Security Council. Malala Yousafzai once said, "With guns, you can kill terrorists. With education, you can kill terrorism." We see humanitarian crisis, and there are thousands more who are facing the same things. Some scholars claim that we are living in the most peaceful time of human history, but there is still much to be done. Before I end, I would like to thank my teacher Hema Gupta and my mother for helping me in this project. I declare that this research paper is my original work. Thank you.
Martin Luther King rightly said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Greetings everyone, I am Rumesh Alisef of class 10th A, St. Anandram, Jaipurya School. Sustainable Development Goal 16 is about peace, justice and strong institutions. We experience daily conflict between various groups, which can be political, religious or even between individuals. We all are aware of the current Taliban issue going on in Afghanistan. It occurred due to weak legislations present there, and the SDG 16's main goal is to promote peace in conflicted regions, bring weaker sections of the society into mainstream, reduce the rate of arm flow and the crime. Promoting and building peace and justice and equality all around the world and strengthening the legislations minimizes the chance of conflict, which also hinders in development of a country. This would build prosperous and peaceful societies towards a sustainable world in future, and it could only be achieved when SDG 16 is put into force. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the honorable jury members. Lots of work put in. You had to read the research papers and then listen to the videos and come to a conclusion. Congratulations to the winners and keep it up, boys and girls. The future is yours. Build it the way you want it. That's the place you're going to live all your life, the future. And now I take this opportunity to invite Bushra for the tweet meet. Yes, Bushra, over to you, dear.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and such an overwhelming response from the officials, from the children, from the educators for SDG 16. I'm really in the air. It was great to hear, listen, and see the amazing work. And dear participants, dear members in this very session, and whosoever you want to invite, please join us on Sunday, 8 p.m. Pakistan time, 8:30 p.m. Indian time, and 4 p.m. British Standard Time. Join us in the tweet meet, and we'll be discussing and sharing more on SDG number 16 from the platform of RiseUp4SDGs. Do join the tweet meet. You all are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bushra. And I'm sure Mr. Vishal Sharma, Ms. Inderjeet Kaur, and Karan Vij from Macmillan have joined. Thank you, sirs and ma'am, for joining us. We are honored to partner with you. With this, we come to the close of today's session. God bless all of you, the leaders, and the great SDG goalkeepers, the SDG warriors, the SDG change agents for joining us. I understand we have taken half an hour extra. The team was larger this time for the first time, and the result was we had to pull in some more minutes here. But I'm sure every minute was worth a while, worth listening to, and worth whatever we have gained today. So thank you, boys and girls. Thank you, educators. Thank you, everybody who has joined. And now this is the informal time after the session when we go for chit chat. And Swati, darling, how is the world from the top of the mountain? Congratulations to your team.
Thank you so much, ma'am. In fact, both my boys are here today. First time they have joined, they have been, earlier they only used to see the recordings, but today they attended the session live. It was their first ever experience of doing this work. And very honestly, I couldn't help them also. The two of them did the entire thing. Actually, that's the reason we wanted to know if two of them could work together. From every chart, every map, every research that they did, I cannot tell you, ma'am, how proud I am of them. And thank you, ma'am. Today, I can say proudly with conviction, yes, they are ready to be called the SDG goalkeepers in the truest sense. They are going to lead the juniors also in the right path. So thank you, ma'am, for giving us all this platform. We are really grateful. And thank you so much, judges, for giving them this recognition. This would take them a long way, I hope. Thank you. I'm just too overwhelmed to say anything more. I'm very proud of them.
Swati. And congratulations to the other two teams also. The teachers are there and they would like to say something. Please, they can go ahead. So anyways, Professor Yoshiro, how did you feel being with us today? And we are going to recommend all the schools over here, please take part in the peace song. It is such a wonderful experience, you know. It is such a moment of pride when the children are singing and you're watching. Last year, during the Peace Day celebrations, we had this peace song by the children. They sing those, we are brothers and sisters, we are a family, and then they sing it in their own language also. So we had these children of junior classes singing, and they were there in this video also. Thank you, Laureen, for giving us an opportunity. And Professor, if you would like to say something, please. We'd like to hear how did you feel? What's experience? And what would you like to say to this August gathering?
Well, thank you very much for giving us a chance to present to you the World Peace Song project. I'm always fascinated with the children in different cultures and with different backgrounds, and how they express peace in their language. And we always welcome more participants singing and expressing peace in your own languages. And thank you very much for having us here.
Thank you.
A wonderful experience.
Thank you. We loved your presence here. Laureen, are you there? We have been meeting and talking so many times. Yes, Laureen, how was your experience and what would you like to say about the World Peace Song, please?
The World Peace Song?
Yes.
I have had the opportunity of meeting and working with people in so many different countries and listening to the students and reading their lyrics. And what I find is that all of us have the same desire for a peaceful world. And we say it in many different ways, but it's just an amazing thing that there's so much similarity between all of us in this world. And the lyrics of the peace song speak to that as we listen to the children singing.
Ma'am, could we have Abhigyan say something? I mean, these two children are here. It would be lovely to hear what they have to say.
Yes, please. I thought we'll have all the guests first and then we go to the children.
Yes.
Children have, I just thought on those lines.
They must be too excited at this. So.
Yeah, so they can hold the excitement for a minute or two. Krupali, would you please let us know how are you and how was your experience? You have been a wonderful educator leading and 10,000 trainings. It speaks volumes of the work you're contributing in this field. How was your experience, dear? Unmute yourself, please. Krupali, unmute yourself, please. Yeah. We still can't hear you, Krupali. Maybe you join again or something is wrong somewhere. We can't hear you. In the meantime, Laura, what have you to say? Your experience of being part of this team, RiseUp4SDGs team.
This has been a wonderful experience, and it's so great to see so many educators who inspire children, who inspire the next generations to save the world and to become better themselves. This is just wonderful and very inspiring. It makes me proud to be a teacher.
Very nice. And please, please continue working for SDGs. We'll be very, very thankful to you. All right. And then,
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. And Krupa, and your students' works which you collaborate and which are there in the newsletters, they're fabulous. Yes, Rupali, what would you like to say, please? We still can't hear you. You please log out and join again. Okay. All right. In the meantime, Monica. Yes, Monica, are you there? Okay, so Monica is not there. I thought if she would like to say something. All right, now to the children. Yes, children, what's your experience? What would you like to share, please? Please go ahead. We all are very keen to listen to you. Vigyan, please. We can't hear you.
Okay.
Please speak.
Yes. Like, we feel so thrilled to be here today, and firstly, heartfelt gratitude to Paramjit ma'am for giving us this platform and teaching us all about SDG and their importance. And also, we would like to thank Swati ma'am, who is our mentor teacher and is guiding us all along. So like we want to keep working as goalkeepers and make the team stronger. And it was really a wonderful experience. Like working with my friend in and making this research paper. It was really a wonderful experience.
Very good, Abhigyan. Keep on working for SDGs, my dear son. It's your life, and your life needs to be beautiful. The place where the rest of your life is your future. Make it bright and beautiful and sustainable. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, your partner, please. Your teammate.
Aditya, yes.
Aditya.
Yes, Aditya.
Yes, ma'am. And first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Paramjit ma'am and also Swati ma'am for guiding us to do this research paper. And means I did this research paper for the first time in my life. I made a research paper for the first time, and means I can't believe that we won the first prize. Means I'm so thrilled. I can't believe it still. So thank you for giving us the opportunity.
God bless you. This is just the beginning. They say a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. And that single step, children, you've taken today under the leadership of Swati ma'am. She's such a wonderful human being, a great team member. We're very, very thankful to her for being part of this RiseUp4SDGs. And she really, really contributes in a big, big way. Thank you, Swati. God bless you, dear. Be a leader par excellence the way you are always. And we're stronger together for SDGs, right?
You, ma'am. Blessed to have you with us. Blessed to have your guidance. Always. And still learning with all the other fantastic educators.
Thank you. Thank you. And then now, Krupali, try again. We can't hear you. I'm glad you could speak earlier. If we can't hear you now, it's all right. I'll call you up and check it out. But during the presentation, you were fabulous. So that's the best part. So now, anybody would like to speak something, please go ahead and say. We're open now. Your suggestions. The coming goal is the last goal, and then we'll be handing over the baton to the children. The plans are that the future. One is how to go forward from goal number 17, of course, 10 days celebrations. Next is for partnership goals. All events would be partnership events only. We'll be collaborating. We have started knocking our brains to create activities where 2 schools, 3 schools collaborate, and then we complete the activities. Wondering how to go about. I'm sure all of you can give your suggestions also. And now I can see Monica. Monica, this was your first ever online conference, you said. How are you feeling today? You did a fabulous job. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
First of all, I'm really, really grateful to you. You called me, you told me to be part of this project. And after listening to everyone for last 3 days, I'm listening to everyone and the amazing work people are doing around the world. I'm so overwhelmed. And so many things are going in my head, like what I have to do in my class, because our schools will begin in September. And I am teaching very young kids, like 3.5, 4 years to 6 years. But I can see how I can involve them in this world peace, because peace, I can see that peace doesn't have any age or language or anything, but everybody loves peace. And I have been teaching this age from from last 7 years, and they're amazing. And I think we need to start planting the seeds from that age, from kindergarten, so that the beautiful tree and flower comes when they grow up. And definitely I will be doing some work, and I will be sending the things. I have been doing this, but it is on our school levels, and I'm involved in so many things in my school too, for like eco schools and peace and no to bullying. We do in different ways, but yeah, everybody had their ways. We read a lot of books, and I'm very impressed with Laura. I already told her that
you must.
I am a strong believer. Yeah, I am a strong believer of listening and creating a safe place for children. My children in my school, my class, they feel very safe to talk and open up to me for anything, because they think whatever they talk, it will be with me and they can talk anything. When they feel that safety with a teacher, they progress. And I always focus on the overall development. I don't focus on academics will come when the overall personality of a child will develop. And I have learned so much from you. I want to talk and talk about you. I know we have worked together, and you have also helped me a lot to grow. I know I used to write down a diary for you every day. You remember that? I still remember that.
That's
so
long time back.
Really
long time back.
Long time. So I am
20 years
really,
perhaps.
Pardon?
Nearly 20 years back.
Yes. But I cannot forget those days. That writing thing has helped me a lot. I don't know, like, and the computer were new at that time, and we were all scared of computers, and you said, no, you have to do that. You need to learn that. And you know what? That was very helpful for me, because I moved from India to Canada after a year or two of learning computers and all those things. And those things helped me a lot. I always like pray for your good health and thank you from my heart. Always, always. You are my inspiration. And I hope I become one of you one day. And I'm overwhelmed. I'm so happy. No words.
Okay.
Everybody is doing a great job. Everybody is fabulous. And whenever I'm going to come to India next, I'm going to meet your team, Kamla Nehru. For sure. Thank you so much. Love you and love you all of you. I really, really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. Samarth Pathak. Samarth, are you there or you've just left? Samarth,
No, ma'am, I'm here. I'm here and listening and so inspired by all the lovely work that everyone is doing. It has been truly amazing to be a part of this journey.
Thank you. And you have been a motivator. You have inspired all my students. You have inspired my teachers, and we have worked together for one full year last year. Now also, you request Samarth. He's there with you. He addresses your children. He motivates them. So I'm sure all of us, all schools here, can partner with him. And Samarth is a wonderful human being, and he's too good for words. Thank you, Samarth, for joining us, and even being partners in RiseUp4SDGs. Thank you very, very much. God bless. Thank you. Dr. Sharif, how are you? Would you like to say something after this session today?
Yes, hi, ma'am. How are you doing? How are you doing, everybody? I'm really very happy to be with you on SDG 16. It was really good job. Everyone did great efforts today. SDG 16 is very important goal to achieve sustainable development goals. First of all, greetings from Egypt for all of you. And I call all people around the world to do justice, peace, tolerance. We all one. We can make it together. We can achieve the sustainable development goals together. I just want to say I like all people from all countries, religions. I don't care about anything else. I just care about people. I just care about the humanity. And I see that you all do that too. So I hope everything is going right around the world, and we can make justice and peace for all the one, for our children, for our generations, for our future. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. उषा जी, आप प्लीज अपना एक्सपीरियंस बताएं आज के गोल के बारे में. What would you like to say for today's session, please? We need your blessings always. You need to unmute yourself, Usha ji, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
You know, I'm speechless and wonderless. And I cannot believe what has happened in past 1 year. No, I don't think I can believe it can happen in my life. Teaching children, I have taught all the time. Education as new was something that I thought I was very good. But no, I didn't even know the ABCD of education. Now you know what and how to develop the children, how to make them grow, who think, who do research, and who are leading the world to a free world. It is unimaginable. Thank you, Paranjit. I can't imagine, and the team, and the children, and all the panelists today. It was such a wonderful day. And thank you, Dr. Sharif. It's been so nice knowing everybody, hearing everybody, and I'm so grateful to God I'm in this group to see what has happened, and I've been lucky to see this immense development. I don't even know the words. What is the word for these children, for this process, for this revolution in education, environment, and the world? Thank you. God bless all of us. God bless you, ma'am.
Thank you. I can see one of Professor's student from Japan. Would you like to say something, dear? I can see you. Yes, would you please how did you experience? What was your experience today? I'm missing your name from Professor's team, from Laureen's team.
Mahor Yuzuki.
Yeah. Okay, thank
Mahor
you. Mao, would you like to say something? You had your camera on, but now you have closed it, switched it off. Okay, not to worry.
Yeah.
Try once again, Krupali.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
First of all, thank you so much. It was really, and I must say that it was such a good experience to be amongst such learned educators. And today I feel so good. Within the past 1.5 year, like past 1.5 hours, I have not moved out of the screen. Looking forward for all that amazing stories which is going on across the world. And yes, in the past 2 years, while training educators across the country and globally, I felt that, what was most touching was teachers wanted to learn. That was the best part of my trainings. That helped me to empower them with correct, efficient technologies. And, that passion to make something nice into the classroom. Today also, after getting into Microsoft Teams and Zoom and everything, still the teachers are coming from the staff room to the computer lab all the ways to learn how to integrate more of technologies like Flipgrid, Wakelet, how to make such interesting and engaging classrooms. That emotional social connect we had in the past 2 years with the students at their homes, with their parents while talking about the projects and all, I think that made a great difference in our lives. Thank you so much, Paramjit ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to be here amongst all of this group of panelists. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear. Now, anybody would like is welcome to speak. If anybody would like to say something, Winnie the Bear. Yes, would you like to say something? Yes, from unmute yourself, dear.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I would like to say congratulations. It's a journey. Now we move to SDG 16. So many congratulations. And also like Monica, all the speakers say that we learned a lot from this session. I want to say hi to Madame Bourgeois and also Lorraine. I remember that this is the project, World Peace Song. I first joined. Bourgeois man, so kindly explain everything to me and Lorraine. But it's just a pity that my school, because of the COVID-19, we kind of stopped doing this project. But definitely, like the panelists say, across the age, we will still continue doing this. So I think for the new semester to come, my school and me will focus on doing the World Peace Song again. So we try to, teach our kids about the concept by music. It's beautiful. So I think we could deliver this message to our kids from the aged. And also, I want to say thank you, Madden. I learned so much from the first Microsoft team. And this WebEx, right? It's also I'm learning, so it took me a while to get in. But anyway, it's learning process. I really feel blessed and appreciated. Thank you so much, and congratulations. So we will move on to SDG 17. Big day.
Yeah, big day.
And also, I'm so happy that teacher from Taiwan also joined the session together. Teacher, you, first.
Winnie.
So glad to learn from here. Yeah.
She was part of a team last time.
Yeah, because last time I was kind of in a meeting, so I could not join. So this time after I come here, say hi. And Toyota, so nice to connect with all the great teacher here. So we are learning. Yeah, that's really important for us right now. And thank you.
Thank you. Ranjana, are you there or have you left, dear? I'm sorry, but we're taking a little longer time. We'll be winding up in the next 5 minutes, please. Ranjana, are you there? I think she's left.
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
So how can we finish without you saying hello and hi to everybody?
Good evening, ma'am. Am I audible? Actually, today I'm again facing network issues, my northeastern region.
Okay. You have been your students have been contributing so much to the newsletter and the virtual art gallery. We are very, very thankful to you.
Actually, I was just thinking like after goal number 17, what we are going to like every second and fourth Friday, it's like in our routines now. So what we are going to do next after the project gets over, we were putting in our so ma'am, you have to take something else to like again like be so that we can be in touch.
We'll do something, dear.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. Really
Journey
looking
of
forward to
SDG
that.
never stops.
Yeah. We thinking the same. After SDG 7, are we gonna to meet here together? We will miss everyone here.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Let's see what is there in store as we move ahead. We keep on, the light on the road is always there to guide us, and I'm sure we can move on once again and see what can be done. Students might be leading us in the second, we call it, I don't know, it's not a sequel, it's a continuous process. We have to sit together and plan a future path. All of us, we have to decide. Yes. Yes. Anybody else would like to say yes, but yeah.
Ms. Dillon, I just want to request Mr. Yosharo, if he can put the link of Peace Song in our
it's there.
In the
Chat window?
In the chat or in our group, the group we have on
okay,
so that we can, whosoever is not the panelist or participant, I want to teach that song to my class beginning September, and I'll record and send it to you once they're ready, because I'm teaching online. Maybe they will learn online, and then we'll record it together. I would love if he can do that. I really appreciate, and I'll be really grateful for that.
It is there in the presentation. The link I've already shared with you. The presentation link, today's presentation link. But I'm sure Professor is going to put it in the chat window. Otherwise, we all have participated. We all have been totally engaged in this song, and we recommend you must.
I just want the lyrics and the music so that I can teach in the same way, or we can listen and sing.
Procedure. There's a procedure to participate in this project. Once you're in touch with Laureen, she's going to guide you. And we'll let you know how to go about. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So anybody else would like to say yes from no, from where are we? I'm missing your name, dear. Joeta. How are you, Joeta? And how are you feeling today? Thank you so much for
Absolutely very nice and feeling very good, ma'am, and always a pleasure to be a part of this session. Every session is a learning experience in itself. And as Winnie ma'am was saying that we don't know after goal 17 what we are going to do, because we'll miss these every fortnightly sessions. And Usha ma'am, really nice to see you. Thank you so much, Paramjit ma'am.
Okay, all right. I think Bushra ji, please, if you would like to say something, bole ab aap. It's your turn now.
Thank you so much, Paramjit ma'am. As I've already said, I'm so much overwhelmed and, gathering lots of blessings and information and knowledge. So it's an all through transformation. I must say this COVID has brought blessings to us by connecting so many amazing educators around the world. And this connection is basically bringing us all powers, all things, because collaboration always brings success. And these successes, they are not only for me, you, but this is for all of us. And I'm sure, as Maula Ali said, that don't force your children to behave like you, because they are born in the time that is different from your time. So we are trying our hard as educators to bring the best to our children in their very time. And I'm sure they'll benefit for it, and they'll be different children. And we are positive in a way that the reins of the world ahead are in the positive hands. Thank you so very much, ma'am.
So the link has been already shared by Laureen in the group. That's for Monica to take note. And then Rita ma'am, are you there? If yes, please, would you like to say something? So Harpreet, if you are there, would you like to say something? Harpreet Mehta.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Very good evening. Namaste. What's wonderful. I think the entire episode, this was awesome. And this informal interaction, it was icing to the cake. It was even more wonderful listening to every speaker come up so informally and all the words. It's really made my day, and I think it made a day for everybody present here today. Thank you, Dylan ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. And this will go a long way with me. Thanks for this wonderful evening. Thank you, all the panelists and all the eminent speakers and guests. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're fabulous when you presented your newsletter. I can see Alice. Alice, please. You spoke so well. We have got a minute or two. Yes, please speak, Alice. You did such hard work. Yes, Alice, are you there? Okay, maybe difficult to connect to something. I think we should call it a close now. It has been a very long meeting. It's been really a long meeting. So thank you very much. I'm very, very thankful. The entire team of Kamala Nehru Public School is very, very thankful. I've got 10 teachers who are still there. They joined half an hour early and they are here for 2.5 hours. And the past 2 days, we had all those rehearsals going on and they were always there. Thank you to all the members of RiseUp4SDGs team. God bless you all. Thank you, Bushra. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, everybody, all participants, everybody. Thank you very much. And it's a bye-bye now. Bye. God bless. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Professor. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Let
you.
me see you again.